All right, guys. So, new year, new goals. I'm going to break down goals how I was taught. I was taught to categorize goals. Either they're an A type goal, a B type goal, or a C type goal. And it was explained to me that most people fall into the trap of setting A and B type goals. So we'll dive into that. What is an A type goal? An A type goal is a goal you've done before. So if you bought a new car 3 years ago and you're all excited and you write down, I'm going to buy a new car this year. Okay, that's sure, you could count that as a goal, but it's not. You've already done it. There's no growth, right? You set goals so you have to grow, right? So what's a B type goal? So a B type goal is a little more than an A type goal. A B type goal is you're not 100% sure if you can do it, but you're pretty sure you can do it. What does that mean? So say you wanted to do something, and so you write out how it would happen, right? And if somebody owed you some money and they paid you back, and this thing became available and you did this and that, it would work out, right? That's a B type goal. So you're doing a little bit of stretching and thinking, but you're not really going to change your paradigm. What you need to do is set C type goals, which are things you have no idea how you can do. You can't even fathom that it's possible, right? Huge goals, scary, that scare you, right? I am going to earn $1 million this year. That type of scary, right? And what this does is it forces you to think and start to build a plan on steps that you're going to have to take to get to that goal, which majority of that is going to be changing your self-image. Right? I've said it before, everyone thinks, oh, I want $1 million. You really don't. And if you don't believe me, they've done so many scientific studies on millionaires and billionaires, right? You want the emotion that you think is attached to that $1 million. Right? If I had $1 million, I would feel free. I would feel content. I would feel financially free. I wouldn't have any worries. I'd be free. I'd be able to go and do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, with whoever I wanted, right? That's what you want. So when you're setting these goals, you need to know where you're at, right? Like when you punch an address into your GPS, it takes a couple minutes in the beginning to figure out. It can't tell you where to go until it knows where you're at. Same things with your mind, right? It doesn't know how to start guiding you towards that C-type goal until it understands where you're at. And your mind might understand where it's at, but you need to understand where you're at. Where are you really at? Are you really full of fear? Are you really, right? Just be honest with yourself, right? And so these are the kind of things I want you to really start working on this first week, right? It's been 7 days. I've given you guys a little bit of information. I've brought this down to the simplest form I can find. So A, B, and C, I want you to be a C-type goal setter, and I want you to really start writing out things that you just do not believe at the moment are possible for you. But they are, right? And that's going to be your goal for the year. You can have smaller goals. A lot of people make videos on setting all these little tiny goals, and they're going to get you to this big goal. And I feel like if you just set the C-type goal and start working towards that, all these other little things take care of themselves, right? So instead of having all of these goals written down, you can write the one big goal and start working towards that, and all the other little things will take care of themselves. So just a couple things. I want you to write out your goal every day, and you're going to write it in the I am so happy and grateful now that right? Not when. You're not so happy and grateful when you're going to get it, right? You're not talking the future. You're talking past tense. It's already happened. And I know this sounds woo-woo, but it does something to your mind. You're imaging. You'll start to image your goal, right? You think of a mountaintop, right? That's the goal. You're going to get to the top of this mountain, but you don't want to spend too much time focusing on the top of the mountain. You only want to look up there every now and again when you need a little bit of inspiration, right? So then you start, what are the things I need to do to get to the top of that mountain, right? We're going to need to get cold gear. You're going to need to get in shape. You're going to need water, food, right? I'm just breaking this down to a really simple form, right? And then you start heading up that mountain, right? And then every now and again you look up to keep your motivation up, right? You're not just gonna stare at the top of the mountain and never take any action, right? We know that's not reality. So take some time, think about that last little bit I did in this video. Really draft your goal around those kind of steps. Keep the questions coming. I appreciate them all. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.